Welcome everyone to this video lecture series on the course of Mechatronics. We will begin with the module 1, Introduction to Mechatronics. As the name suggests, the word mechatronics comes from mechanics as well as electronics, and this was coined by a Japanese engineer Yoshikaza in 1969. The term mechatronics was used to describe a new design approach which was interdisciplinary and integrated in manner. As far as the existed mechanical design approach, this one was a new philosophy in the engineering technology which had the combination of various disciplines of engineering such as mechanical engineering, electronics, electrical control, as well as the computer science. Now, due to this integration of the mechatronics products, many of the mechanical functions and components were replaced. For example, the cam and follower mechanism of a mechanical design was replaced by a microprocessor or microcontroller in the mechatronic design approach. Due to this, there was a much greater flexibility, easy redesign and the reprogramming, which was not possible in case of a mechanical design that was done earlier. Based on the definition of mechatronics, we will now try to describe how a mechatronic system looks like. The figure 1.1 shows the basic elements of a mechatronic system. We can see that it is interdisciplinary in nature and has various elements to perform specific functions. It is made up of a mechanical system, a central processing unit for the control of operations, and then signal conditioning for both input and output signals, as well as a graphical display unit to show the output to the end user. Now the mechanical system consists of actuators and sensors. The actuators produce mechanical motion to the input energy, which could be a light energy, electricity, or any other form of energy. Common examples of actuators are stepper motors and servo motors. Now the sensors detect the mechanical motion produced by the actuators and respond to this physical quantity from the actuators. They produce a corresponding signal which is fed to the central processing unit. However, these signals are conditioned before feeding to the central processing unit. This is done with the help of filters, amplifiers, etc. The signal conditioning and interfacing helps to communicate between the control unit to the input or output devices. Now the control unit or the processing unit controls the functioning of the total system by means of logic gates, microcontrollers or algorithms. Now the graphical display unit is used to provide feedback to the users. They utilizes various display techniques such as LEDs, LCD or CRT. Before the development of mechatronics, a traditional design approach was followed. This approach was a sequential process where the mechanical engineer designs the mechanical component, the control engineer designs the control system, and so on. Hence, this process was a sequential procedure and not a simultaneous one. Also, this process had certain drawbacks to it. For example, the system developed using the design had different characteristics and operating conditions due to the actual loading and dynamic interactions between the different elements. As it is a sequential process, the dynamic interactions between the elements was not considered in the design. This could lead to the failure of the system. Also, the perfect impedance balance between the two independently designed components was not possible. This was also a constraint to this type of design approach. However, with the development of mechatronics, a simultaneous design procedure was considered. Now, this basis of this mechatronics approach is the concurrent inclusion of various disciplines of engineering in the design process. This means that the designing of various elements was done simultaneously rather than sequentially. As a result, the problems of dynamic interactions and impedance balance was solved. The mechatronics design approach involves the system modeling and then simulation of the how the model reacts to the inputs, and then based on this simulation the actual system was fabricated. The mechatronics design approach essentially consists of three steps: the modeling and simulation, prototyping, and finally the deployment. The first step is the modeling and simulation. As the name suggests, in this the physical systems are represented by a suitable model for describing the behavior characteristics. Numerical or computer softwares can be used to develop the model or the design. The model or design can be developed with the help of analyzing the different elements and studying their intended functions of the system. The second stage is the prototyping. In this step, from the initially developed model, the non-computer systems are substituted with actual hardware. Sensors and actuators are interfaced with input and output models or output signals and connected with the elements, thus resulting in a partial mathematical and real model setup. The mathematical part gives simulated time-based response, whereas the real model gives a real-time analysis. Now the final step is the deployment stage. After the prototype is developed, different parts of prototypes are synchronized to understand and validate the model. Now the developed system is now used for actual functioning in the real world. Further studies and analysis are performed to improve the working of the mechatronic system.